My dear friends, we are once more welcome to another edition of our program, Demystifying Academic Research. You will notice that we have been talking for the past few days about literature review, and we are through literature review. Today we plan that we should begin with something new and interesting. We get deeper in the academic field of research. We are to handle the systematic review. Some scholars call it systematic review, literature review. Some scholars call it systematic review literature. Some just call it systematic review. Whatever the case, they are applying to the same thing. And we hope that today we'll first of all begin first by try to divide the work, how we'll proceed with it, and equally for us to also try to also make a difference between literature review and systematic review, so we can actually easily pick the additional material. But first, let me quickly say that there are about four types of literature or four types of review as far as academic work is concerned. We have the literature review. Some scholars call it traditional review, others call it narrative review. You can also have the second part. The next stage is the systematic review. Some will call it as I said before, systematic review literature or systematic review. But please do not call it systemic review. And the third is the meta-analysis. And of course, the last part is the scoping review. So these are the four major forms of review that exist. Of course, there are many others. And so we were focusing today to look, our study is on the literature review and the systematic review. So we're going to find the differences today. My name is Mike Booker. I encourage us to always come up to join with this program so that we can keep on sharing our knowledge. Please like, share, and make your comments known at the comment section. If you are a returning subscriber, please, I thank you so much for coming and for keeping the faith. If you are new, you are welcome to this community. We are already through with literature review, and now we are to begin the systematic review, or systematic review literature, or the systematic review. But then, what are the differences between the systematic review and literature review? There are 6 main differences, if I may put it like that, between the systematic review and literature review. 1, the literature review is subjective. I dare to say it's biased. It's based on the judgment of the writer or the person that is doing the review. Whereas the systematic review is a bit scientific. It's much more scientific. It's transparent. It's reproducible. With literature review, when 2 scholars review the same material, they might not come out the same outcome because it is not so structured. That brings us to the next point. The second point is that there are no guidelines when it comes to literature review, no checklist. Of course, there's also what we call the SANRA, SANRA, which is not compulsory. But with the systematic review, it is compulsory to use guidelines and checklists. Most often we talk about PRISMA, PRISMA, is abbreviation. The third difference is that the literature review is the quality of papers used do not really matter. There is no form of quality check. But with the scientific review, quality check is compulsory. Quality assessment is compulsory. Now, the next point is the method and results section of the literature review is not compulsory. When you do literature review, the method is not compulsory. But when it comes to systematic review of literature, wow, it is compulsory for you to have the method and results to be clearly put on. Now, the next one is the issue of the minimum number of papers that can be used in literature review is about 20. But then with the systematic review, the minimum number of papers is about 5. Another point, number 6 point, is that literature review does not actually lay emphasis on for you to inform the reader about the inclusion and the exclusion criteria. But then with the systematic review, The inclusion and the exclusion criteria is very, very important. It's actually part of the exercise. You must state it clearly, at the methodology. These are the main differences between the literature review and the systematic review. And so we are going to continue to have a good understanding of it as we have seen the differences. Now, talking about our program as we progress, we are talking about the issue of the systematic review now. The systematic review, we are going to handle it as follows. We have divided the work in 6 parts again. The first part is for us to prepare our topic, or you prepare your topic, the researcher. Part 2 is to search for studies. The next stage is the test. The test stage is you screen your studies. The fourth is for you to you extract the data. The fifth stage is to analyze and synthesize your evidence. And the last stage is to report your findings. These are the 6 stages for a clear systematic review. We are going to take each level, each stage for a particular day and see if we can cover it up. Because every stage, as I mentioned, still has a lot of material. I just said that our work will progress as follows. We are going to take the systematic review to handle it in detail like we did with the research review, with the literature review. Now, the systematic review has been divided in 6 parts. The first part is to, first of all, we'll define our topic. You define your topic, the researcher. The next part is you search for studies in that topic, of course. The next one is to screen your study. Those studies you have got to screen. This is what we talk about the inclusion and exclusion criteria. The other part is to do extraction of the data, the required data. We would explain that better. And the fifth stage is to analyze and synthesize your data or your evidence or evidences. And the last stage is to report your findings. With this, if you follow the stages, remember that even the methodology, you follow the prisma, you should have handled you should produce a good systematic review. And with prisma, you follow the various stages. You have identification, screening, and eligibility. Please, we'll do that detail as we progress. Thank you once more for coming. I will pray that we should keep on following this program so that we can help to remind ourselves about what we need to do when it comes to academic research. In this program, we struggle to demystify academic research to make it much more easy for each and every one of us to understand and make use of it. My name once more is Mike Booker. Please stay safe and I wish you the best with your studies. See you next in the next program as we begin the next topic. Preparation of your topic for a systematic review. Thank you.